Winston-Salem native KJ Henry. You'll go ahead with questions whenever you're ready.
Home game.
Home game. Excited.
Is there something special playing Wake growing up in that area, or how does their fan base react to their season? Is it as rabid as it is here?
Yeah, it's not as rabid, but they're loyal. There's no doubt about it, and special is an understatement. Every time I play this team, but especially when I go home, it's definitely flashbacks to when my father coached for them. I was 6 years old, 7 years old. I'd be in the family section, yellow wig, cheering like no tomorrow for the Demon Deacons. So I know what their home locker room looks like. I know what it's like to run out after the motorcycle. It's almost like I'm on the rival, like I'm on the rival side for sure, which I love this side. But yeah, anytime I get to go home, I love it. It's one of a kind for sure.
We need to see a picture of that yellow.
Mom has one. Y'all hit up Nicole Henry. She will definitely send it out. There's no doubt about that.
What did your dad coach?
He was all over the defense side of the ball, DBs, a little linebacker, finished up there as the special teams coordinator. We were at Wake Forest from 2001, which was when I was 2 years old, and I forgot what year he got let go, but I was right before high school for me, 8th grade, 9th grade year. So we was there for a long time, a lot of great years. 2006 ACC championship. Told Coach Sweeney all the time, if my dad doesn't beat him, then he don't get this job. We're the reason he got this job. Wake Forest beat Clemson, so it's a good tenure there for sure.
I guess how is your dad doing? Was he had a case surgery?
Yeah, he's doing much better. Doing much better. He's definitely supposed to take it a little slower than he is. He's hard-headed, stubborn, if you will, and mom's trying to get on him for that, but he just wants to see me play. He's doing everything he can to just come watch every game. That's just the great father that he is. But he's doing much better. He's doing much better, and just been so appreciative for Help Hope Live and that process and this whole community. Still don't take it for granted, for sure.
As sort of a leader of this defense, once you're taking 3 games in, have y'all been as dominant as you might have expected going in? And what's your assessment of things just at this juncture?
Definitely not as dominant. I expect us to shut out every team we play, just because I know that's the standard we have for ourselves, and that's the talent that we have. With that being said, I think we've grown. I think we've grown every week. Hit a little plateau versus Furman for sure, but definitely some great things that have been put out there. A lot of turnovers this past weekend. We're very disappointed in how many points we let up. Regardless of who's on the field, that's an expectation we have for ourselves. And I know we had some guys out, whatever. I know that's kind of trending as well. But we're going to play a lot of great teams and have to sub a lot of people. And I think one of the better parts of our team and this defense is our depth. So really just pushing that when one guy's in, one guy's out, the standard stays the same. That's been the motto and been the message since I've been here. So really really honing in on that. But as a collective 3 games, I think it's a good start. 3-0, better start than last season, and all of our goals that we have set for this team are still ahead of us. So definitely some things we'll learn from today, but in a good spot for sure.
Top 25 matchup is probably you guys' biggest test of the season thus far. What's kind of the mindset heading into today?
Mindset for sure is they hold the belt. Atlantic Division champs. They are the team to beat. If you want to take it from them, it's going through Winston-Salem. That's for everybody on this side of the conference. So if we want to get where we want to be at the end of the season, we got to handle business in Winston-Salem. There's just no way around it, and that's the mindset through the whole week. Is understanding that regardless of the success we had with them last year, that they were in the ACC championship, not us, and that's because we didn't handle our business throughout the year. So it's definitely with a get-back mindset. We're ready to go up there and wreak havoc, and we're excited and we're determined for sure.
What kind of challenges does Sam Hartman present?
Yeah, he's challenging. We're trying to compete of who can stay longer. That's one challenge that's been up for sure. But with that, being a vet, he's just an older guy, and with experience, comes wisdom, especially at the quarterback position. Very talented, athletic, and I know he's just excited to get back on with his team. I'm really happy to see that he's healthy more than anything. Was hurt to see. I know he was too with the news of him missing a couple of games. Never necessarily want to see that out of a competitor. So glad to see him back, and I know he's ready to grind and make a statement. And take us down at home. So I know that it's just a grittiness that he has to him. That that moxie that you have in that quarterback position is kind of hard to explain. But he definitely possesses it, and I think as a defense, the goal is always to just kind of turn over that, early. Really try and set the tone for the game. That's going to be a big focus for us, for sure.
What do you have? I'm sorry. What do you have to do to change things? You want against a different caliber of quarterback now, so you want to get in conference play. What do you need to do better?
Yeah, 100%. It's different for each week for sure. You alluded to the conference, but it's different week in and week out for each quarterback and each team. For this one, they're really good at the slow read inside zone, making you be patient, making you stay in your gaps, and making the trenches really work on both sides of the ball. So it's really going to be who wants it more. I think every game's going to be decided about the trenches, and I think that as a defensive line, we really got to set the tone early that we come into play. And I think, like I said, as a quarterback who's been here a long time, he's seen our defense a lot, so we have to give him different looks, that he hasn't seen over the years, and really just try and challenge him. But at the end of the day, we got to be relentless, man. That's, definitely parts that I've seen out of our team this past weekend, and that was exciting to see. And now it's just putting that together for 4 quarters. And I think in every game we've all seen just those little lulls that we have. And we're trying to just get rid of those. That's kind of the goal, and definitely coming into conference play, that's going to be big. So really just trying to hone in on having a complete game offensively and defensively.
KJ, I know you guys say that you treat everything the same. Is there going to be any more? I mean, it's got to feel different knowing that the conference season's really starting now, and right away with a couple of really big opponents that could go a long way to where you guys want to get to.
Yeah, we won't prepare any differently. I think it's big that you really set a standard of repetition. As you get through the season. So no matter who you play, you are always preparing the same way. That's for anybody that's competing in this game. But at the same time, it's all about the attention to details. It's the focus that you bring, each and every day to, try and figuring out what you can do to give yourself the upper hand on Saturday. So that's going to be the challenge this week. Sam and that offense, brings that challenge. A high-tempo team who loves to put a lot of points on the board. So like I said, we just kind of have to dig into what we've been doing these past couple of years and try and, find a way to make it better.
You mentioned to us before the first week about, hey, the ACC isn't just Clemson. You've been talking about it's not just Clemson.
Yeah.
Yet the non-conference schedule so far, I think the league's won like 82% of its games or something like that. That's got to say something about what this league is, and maybe people just aren't paying attention.
Yeah, the last thing I'm gonna do is go out on the side of the street and say we have the best conference. That's really not for me to say, but I know we have great competitors in this league, great teams in this league, and like you said, 82% success rate outside of the conference. That speaks to really just how much we've grown as a league, and I could talk all day about all the quarterbacks we have, especially the ones we're going to have to play this season. It's definitely going to be a challenge week in and week out. There's no doubt about it.
I guess taking a step back to the Furman game, Coach Sweeney had some words for the defense in terms of just not feeling like you guys put in maximum effort.
Yeah.
How much perspective did you guys gain from that game? How did you take those words from Coach, and how did you kind of lead?
Yeah. Took him to heart. Coach Sweeney's smart. He knows what he's doing now, and he knows we're gonna see that stuff. It really pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's using that anger in a way that helps better the team, and he knows that we're gonna do that. We're gonna take that challenge. Like we didn't play to our standard, we didn't play to his standard, And if we were soft, we were being lazy, and that's what it was. And you know, as one of the leaders on the defense, I definitely take that on the chin. So, but all the guys do. You know, there's not one person on this defense who's just like shrugging their shoulders and you know letting that just be okay. That's not okay with anybody. No one's doing it intentionally by any means. But we just have to understand, you know, what we put out there, and like I said, just make it better each week. That's the goal.
What's been your evaluation of the pass rush so far, and what kind of role do you think maybe that's played in some of the chunk plays you guys have given up in the passing game?
I think that's a great question. Talking to Wes, I think the last game they threw the ball over 50 times, and we're getting the ball out in like 1.8 seconds. Aaron Donald's good, but I don't know if he's getting there in 1.8 seconds. You know. And we are good, and we're going to keep, like I said, relentless is the name of the game. You know, we're just going to keep coming as fast as we can for as long as we need to. But if they're getting the ball out quick, they're getting the ball out quick. You know, we just want to be able to just hone in on that as far as, you know, how people want to attack us, right? Early in the year, it was screens that were killing us. I think we showed last game that we're not going to let that beat us this year, but we'll still get a flavor of those and then getting the ball out early. But like I alluded to, the ACC is they got some offensive linemen, they got some good competition. So, you know, we expect a little more drop back pass as we get, you know, throughout the year, and that's when we have to start showing up as a D line for sure. So it's been about the best it could be as far as, you know, our plan and our mindset. Just when you don't have necessarily the opportunities, you don't have the opportunities. So, you know, hopefully from a back end standpoint, you know, we can understand that and really attack that as far as understanding people want to get the ball out quick. But like I said, defensively, we can't, defensive line wise, we can't get lulled to sleep. Just got to keep being on that attack mindset.
You guys have maybe more success than anybody at slowing down Wake Forest, you know, relative to what they kind of points and yards they're putting everybody else last year. What's sort of the key to that last year?
Can't give you the